Hi. Good morning. It's morning here, and I'm going to do a little bit of yoga practice today. If you have a yoga mat, or you can just find a place in your house where you can stretch out, you'll have room to lie down and even stretch your arms up over your head behind you. You can go ahead and do that, and I'd suggest that you get into a place where you can be quiet for this time, this next 35, 40 minutes, and take a little time for your yoga practice. So if you can close the door of the room that you're in, turn off your cell phones, just try to be undisturbed for a little bit, that's great. So today we're going to start lying on our back. I'm going to go ahead and lie down on the back. And once you come onto your back, you can pull your knees into your chest and just rock gently side to side. You might think about massaging your back. So how does that feel as you move side to side? Does it feel nice? Could you move in a way that feels nice? And then perhaps you circle your knees around. Sometimes I think about stirring soup. You could just stir around. This is, again, something that feels nice on your back. And then keeping your feet up off of the floor, just begin to make some circles with your ankles and also with your wrists. And you could do the hands with the fingers open, or you could do the hands with the fists tight. And you can go both ways with your circles. We're just trying to move the joints, and joint rotations are super helpful, really soothing for the brain too. And then you can just hold on to the backs of your legs, and a few breaths. We're going to just inhale and straighten the legs toward the ceiling. And exhale, bend the knees. See if you can start to breathe through your nose. So as you inhale, push the heels up, spread the toes. As you exhale, bend the knees. You might even pull them toward your belly a little bit with your hands. Inhale, straighten the legs and push the heels high. Exhale, bend the knees, hug them toward your belly. And again, inhale up. And exhale, bend the knees. And then keep the knees bent and just give your feet a little shake. Just kind of shake the morning day off. And then put your feet on the floor. And one more movement for our legs. So I'm going to, please walk your feet wide. So I'm taking them to the edge of my mat, but wider than your hips. And if you're rather tall, you have long legs, you could even walk them wider. And again, coordinating with the breath, we're going to windshield wiper the knees side to side. So exhale, both knees fall to one side. Inhale, both knees rise back up. Exhale to the other side. Inhale back up. If you like, you can begin to turn your head in the opposite direction of your knees. So as your knees go one way, the head can turn the other. And perhaps even closing the eyes, and we're trying to let things slow down. So if you can, start to let your inhales be a little bit deeper and your exhales be a little bit longer. And check out how your legs, your hips, your neck are feeling as you do these movements. So the next time your knees are at the top, you can pause and just let your feet be a comfortable distance apart, and let your knees, well, you want the legs to be comfortable, so it may feel nice to just let your knees touch. And then moving the arms, again, coordinating with the breath, please inhale your arms up over your head to the floor behind you. And then exhale, bring your arms down. And as you lower the arms, begin to think about hugging in your belly now. So inhale your arms up, spread your fingers, reach a little bit. Exhale your arms down, hug your belly in. Breathe through your nose. You might hear your breath make a little sound. And then hugging in the belly as you exhale. And this time, let your hands rest down by your sides. Take just a moment to notice your breath, any sensations. And then please stretch your legs out flat on the floor. And take your, see if you can flex your feet. So reach through the heels and spread your toes like you're standing on the floor. You may feel your quadriceps engage. Keeping the legs firm, inhale your arms up over your head. And as you exhale and lower your arms, pull your right knee into your chest and give your hip a little hug, so use your hands to pull it towards your chest. And then slowly inhale, stretch the leg out, and bring your arms back up over your head. And then exhale, left knee, and give it a hug. See what you notice. And then a slow inhale to stretch back out, breathe through your nose. So we'll do that again to the right side. Exhale, and if you like, you can lift your chest up towards your knee. And then inhale, stretch back out. And then exhale, draw the left knee in, give it a hug. And again, you can lift your chest if it doesn't bother your neck. And then inhale, back up. So do each side one more time. So exhale, pull your knee in. Inhale, stretch your leg out. Exhale, left knee in. Still breathing through the nose, trying to breathe slow, and then inhale out. And when we go to the right side this time, we're going to add some other movement with just the right leg. So exhale, please draw the right knee into your chest. Use your hands to give it a hug. And on your in-breath, let your bent right knee open out to the right side. On your exhale, as you pull the belly in, draw the right knee across your body into a little twist. Try to do it without using your hands if you can. And then inhale, roll back onto your back, and then straighten that right leg toward the ceiling and push the heel up. And on the exhale, then bend that knee again, give it a hug, and maybe you lift your chest here. Stretch out on your in-breath, lower your leg, and lift your arm up, and we'll do that sequence to the other side. So exhale, pull your left knee in, give it a hug. And then inhale, open the bent knee out to the side. And on the exhale, use your leg, your belly to twist over to the right. Any amount that you go is fine. Inhale back to the center. When your hips are level, straighten that leg toward the ceiling. Push the heel up high. And then exhale, bend the knee, give it a hug. Maybe you lift your chest here. Stretch out on your inhale, letting the leg reach down and the arms go back up. We'll do each side again. So exhale, right knee draws in. Inhale, open out to the side. You might think about tree pose in standing. And then exhale, let your knee go across your body, a little twist. Inhale onto your back, straighten your leg toward the ceiling, flex the foot. Exhale, bend the knee, give it a hug, and perhaps lift your chest towards your knee, and then stretch back out again. Inhale. We'll do the left side once more. Exhale, pull the left knee in, give it a hug. Inhale, slowly open the left knee out to the side. Exhale the knee across your body, trying to use your belly and your leg to do the work, not pulling with your hand. And then inhale back to the center, straighten that leg toward the ceiling, push the heel high. Exhale, bend the knee, give it a hug, lift your chest if you like. Stretch out on your in-breath and arms over your head, and then please exhale both knees into your chest and give them a hug. And you can rock on your back again. See how that feels. Maybe circle your ankles again. And then please lower your feet to the floor. Take just a free breath and notice what you feel. And then for the next movement, we're going to stretch the arms out to the sides in the T position. So we're going to have the palms down, and you might have your hands slightly lower than your shoulders. So try not to have them go up by your ears so that the shoulders are scrunched up. So maybe slightly lower than your shoulders, and you can kind of grip your finger pads into the floor. Take a big inhale into your chest. And when you exhale, draw your knees back up into your chest. And then keeping the knees touching, inhale here into the chest. And on the exhale, let both knees go to one side. And they might go just a few inches the first time. Inhale, center. And then exhale, both knees to the other side. Inhale, center. And then we're going to keep going. Exhale to one side. Try to keep your knees together. Inhale, center. And you go as far as you can. So see what's good for you. Exhale over. It could be quite a small movement. Inhale, center. Knees touching. And if it's easy for you to go down further, maybe even touching the floor, try to draw your knees closer to your elbow. And then inhale, center, knees together. Exhale to the other side. Maybe you turn your head the opposite way. Slow inhale to the center. If this is easy for you, try to slow down. Exhale, draw your knees toward the side, maybe toward your elbow. Inhale back up. And again, it's fine if the movement's just a few inches. Exhale, maybe turning your head the opposite way. Inhale, center, and we'll do once more to each side. Exhale. And inhale, knees together as they come up. And then exhale, drawing your knees towards your elbow. And inhale back up, and then you can put your feet on the floor, and again, just take a free breath and notice how you feel. And then just even up your hips and shoulders. And one more thing on our back here, we're going to do the bridge pose a few times. And so if you want to have your feet pretty close to your body and the heels lined up with your hip bones, we're going to begin with an arm movement. So please inhale your arms up over your head to the floor behind you. So both arms together here. And on your exhale, as you lower your arms, pull your belly in. And do that again. Inhale. Kind of feeling maybe a stretch in the belly after those little twists. Exhale your hands down, and then this time as you lift your arms up, also lift your hips up. So push through your heels, lift your arms and your hips up. And then a slow exhale to bring you down. Try to let your hands and your hips touch the floor together. Pull your belly in. Again, inhale, lift. Exhale, down. So the next time, we're going to hold. So please inhale, lift your hips and your arms. And on the exhale, lower only your arms and keep your hips up. And then we're going to hold here for a couple of breaths. So inhale, maybe push the hands down, and you might feel the chest or the hips lift a little more. And as you hold on the exhale, pull your belly in. I'm going to hold 2 more breaths. So inhale, feel that opening, lifting feeling. Exhale, belly in. 1 more. Inhale. 1 more exhale. So please stay. 1 more inhale. And then exhale down. And notice, and if it feels helpful to pull your knees into your chest, you can rock again. And so for the next movement, we're going to roll over to our side and come onto hands and knees. So come on over. Use your hands to push you up. When you come onto your hands and knees, you may like to pad your knees. So, get what you need to take care of your body. Maybe you have some blankets here. You could use a towel, or maybe if you're on a carpet, it doesn't matter, but get what you need. Turn this way so you don't have to look at my ear thing. Okay, spread your fingers wide to come to tabletop. So the hands are under your shoulders and the hips are over your knees. And when you inhale, lift your chest and your eyes. You might think about pulling your hands towards your knees. When you exhale, pull the navel in. You'll feel your low back round, and then fold back. Let your elbows touch down, your hips sink back, the head bow down. And then as you come back up to all fours, like you're pulling yourself up with your hands, kind of pulling your hands toward your knees, and then exhale back. And do that again. Inhaling up, maybe you feel a little stretch into the belly. Exhale back, round the back, pull your belly in. Please inhale up to all fours. Exhale, we're going to push up to downward dog. So go ahead and tuck your toes under and push your hips up into the air. And pushing down through the hands firmly. Try holding the pose for a few breaths with both knees soft, both knees bent a little bit. And you feel the pushing of your hands down and the spine lengthening, the hips lifting. And then perhaps that's nice to just hold that way, or you can kind of pedal your legs by pushing one heel closer to the floor and bending the opposite knee, sometimes called walking the dog. Or maybe you just like holding, it's fine. And then please inhale your knees down to the floor and lift your chest like we did in that previous movement. And then exhale, pull your belly in, fold back to child's pose. I'm going to make a little sequence with these movements. Inhale to tabletop, lift your chest. Please tuck your toes under, pull your belly in, push up to dog pose. And we'll do that little sequence a couple of times. So inhale, lower your knees down to your floor and lift your chest. Pull your belly in, round the back as you fold back, elbows touch. Inhale up to all fours, tabletop. tuck your toes, push up to dog pose. Do that again. Inhale to your knees, lift your chest. Exhale back to child's pose. One more time, inhale to all fours and pause. And then put your elbows down on the floor. We're going to sway a little bit side to side with the hips. This is puppy pose. You may like just doing this with your elbows on the floor, or you may enjoy trying stretching your arms out in front of you and putting your forehead closer to the floor. So this opens up the shoulders quite a bit, maybe better for you to be on your elbows. It also increases the curve in the low back, that lumbar curve. So if that feels good, breathe. If it doesn't feel good, come back up onto your elbows. Both are fine. And then please push up onto your hands and come to stand on your knees. Okay, we're going to do a movement with the arms while we're standing on our knees. So please inhale your arms forward and up over your head. Slow breath, maybe a little pause right at the top of that in-breath. And then exhale down and pull your belly in as you lower your arms, lower your eyes. And again, inhale your arms up. Exhale down. Let's do that again. Inhale your arms up. Exhale your arms down. So we're going to repeat that, but we're going to add a little twist into the movement. So please inhale your arms up. On your exhale, bend your elbows like a cactus and turn your chest and your head to one side. Pull the belly in. And let the in-breath bring you back to the center. Lift both arms up. Pause at the top. And then exhale, bend your elbows. Turn to the other side. Belly in. Inhale back to the center. And then exhale both arms all the way down. So we'll repeat that sequence. So please inhale both arms up. Pause right at the top. Cactus arms. Exhale, turn the chest, turn the eyes, belly in. Inhale, center. Exhale, turn to the other side. Inhale, center. Exhale, arms all the way down, belly in. We'll do that sequence one more time. So big breath to lift. Pause at the top. Exhale, belly in as you turn the chest, turn the head, turn the eyes. Inhale, center. Belly in, exhale, turn. Inhale, center. And then exhale your arms all the way down, and we're going to take the arms up and down 3 more breaths. So let your breath guide your movement. So please inhale up, pause right at the top. Exhale down, belly in. One technique you can use is to try to count 4 seconds on the inhale as you go up. And then count 4 seconds on the way down. See if that helps you slow down. One more. And when you should come down, pause, maybe some shoulder rolls, turn your head side to side. And then to stretch out our back after that movement, we're going to come to all fours again and push up to downward dog and hold the pose. So again, you can start your downward dog with a bend in your knees and push down through the hands as you think about your spine, the sides of the body, and the hips lifting, lengthening. And you might enjoy keeping that bend in your knees, or maybe you try to straighten the legs a little bit more. But notice if that causes your back to round. And again, you may find that little softness in the knees is helpful. Breathe. And then please come down to your knees. So as we did that previous movement, we were beginning to kind of open up the hips and the back. So we're going to do a movement to help with that a little bit more. So exhale back to child's pose and walk your hands further forward and spread your fingers. As you inhale, come up, and we're going to shift the hips forward. This is a variation of upward dog. So in this variation, the knees are on the floor. As the hips shift forward, the elbows bend slightly. And then exhale, pull your belly in and go back to child's pose. And we'll do that a couple of times. So coming forward in a way that helps you open and stretch without pushing to the edge of your range of movement. Pull your belly in as you go back. And one more time, coming forward on the in-breath, lifting the eyes perhaps, soften the elbows. Exhale back. And then just rest in child's pose. So you could be on your elbows again. You could put your hands here to support your head. Maybe your fists are stacked up. Maybe you rest your hands behind you. If it's comfortable for you to put your head on the floor, you could have your hands back behind you. But see what's good for you and then sway a little bit. And then please come up to stand on your feet. Maybe you push up through dog pose. That would be fine. And then once you're standing, if you did pad your knees, you can move that out of the way. We're going to come up and shake things a little bit. So shake your hands and shake your feet like we did when we were lying on our back. Maybe do some shoulder rolls. We're going to do a couple of movements with the feet wide. So step your feet comfortable with the part wider than your shoulders, even one leg's distance apart, depending on how you're feeling today. And then please inhale both arms out to the side and up. Maybe slow inhale through your nose. Maybe you lift your eyes. And then exhale, go down. Belly in. Just noticing the sides. So do that again. Inhale up. And on this exhale, we're going to keep the right hand up and lower the left hand down. Pull your belly in. Now, when you inhale, we're going to lengthen the right side by lifting the right heel and stretching that arm over. And when you exhale, pull your belly in and just put the heel back down. Do that again. Inhale, lift your heel, lengthen the right arm. Maybe you're kind of looking up at the ceiling. Exhale, belly in, put the heel back down. One more. Inhale, lift your heel. Exhale, lower your heel down. Now keep the heel down and stay one more breath. Open up more. And when you exhale, just bring your arm down and then inhale up to the center and move things a little bit just to notice the two sides. And then please inhale both arms out to the side and up. Just noticing. Exhale, belly in as you lower both arms down. Good. We'll do it again. Inhale both arms up. So please exhale, lower your right arm down. And on your inhale, thinking about lengthening the left side, just take your arm over your head, see where you can go. Hold on the exhale, and this inhale, lift your left heel up as you reach more. And on your exhale, ground that heel back down, pull your belly in. And again, lift the heel up, maybe you look up. Put your heel down, belly in. One more reaching inhale. Lift your heel. Now exhale, put your heel down, pull your belly in, and hold right here on your inhale. Without lifting your heel, open your chest more. And then please exhale your arm down. Inhale your chest up. Notice the two sides. And then we're going to do a little forward fold with our feet wide in this position. So keeping the feet straight ahead, touch the sides of your hips, take an in-breath. And on the exhale, just bend your knees and slide your hands down the backs of your legs as you let your upper body go halfway down, or perhaps let the head come down toward the floor. And then inhale, slide your hands up to your hips first and let the chest come up with flat back. Knees are bent here. Good, we'll do that again. So exhale, bend the knees, slide your hands down the backs of your legs. It's fine if you only go down maybe halfway, that's fine. Maybe it's comfortable for you to go down further. And then inhale, slide your hands back up to your hips, lift your chest, come up. And for a moment, step your feet back in. Give them a little shake. Circle your shoulders. See how it feels to stand on your feet. What are the sensations you're noticing in your body? What are you noticing about your breath? So we're going to do one more movement with our feet wide. So we're going to be kind of leaning down and trying to touch the floor here. And I'm going to suggest that you put a book or a block or something right between your feet. If you've got something, you can raise the floor up a little bit. right in between the middle of your feet. So you might watch the first one because it's a little weird. So I'm going to inhale both arms halfway up. And on the exhale, I'm going to take my left hand to that block with my fingers pointing right. And I'm going to let the right arm just lift up toward the ceiling. And then I'm going to inhale back up to the center. Good, and do that again. So bend your knees, bow down. The left hand's going to touch the floor or the block. And the inhale's going to go back up. One more time. Bend your knees, bow down. It's a little twist. Inhale back up. And then next time we're going to hold that little twist. So exhale down. Let your left hand touch the floor or the block. And on your inhale, just stay and lift your arm, lift your chest. And on the exhale, pull your belly in. One more inhale, open the chest. One more exhale, belly in. And then please inhale to the center. Exhale, lower the arms. And then we'll see about the left shoulder doing the twist to the other side. So inhale both arms up. Now this time, exhale, right hand's going to touch the block, left arm's going to go up. So the palm of your hand is facing that left side. Inhale back up, both arms up. Belly in, bend the knees, exhale down. Left palm open, left shoulder open. Inhale back up. One more time, exhale, belly in, bend the knees, go down. Come up as you inhale, and then we're going to hold, again, that side for a couple of breaths. So bend your knees, bow down. And on your inhale, reach the arm, open the chest from the rib cage. Hold on the exhale, pull in your belly. Inhale, open more. Keep a little bend in your knees here. Hold, exhale. And when you inhale, come back to the center. Exhale your arms down. And then what we're going to do is take that bow again. So inhale and bend your knees and bow down. And this time, either touch that support that's on the floor or touch the floor, and we're just going to pedal out the legs a little bit. So bend one knee as you exhale. And on your inhale, come to the center, straighten your legs, lift your chest. And then exhale, bend the other knee. So if it's hard for you to get down, lift your block up or your support up higher. And if it's comfortable for you to touch the floor, you can put things down closer. And then center your hips, center the weight on your feet, and then we're going to walk the hands forward like down dog. So if you walk your hands out wide, maybe a little bit wider than your shoulders, like we did in the other variation of downward dog, you could start with your knees bent and ground your heels down and pull your hips back, and then inch your hands further forward and breathe without lifting the heels, without letting the hips shift forward. And then please walk your hands back up underneath your shoulders and look up. Exhale, bend both knees and walk your hands to your hips, please. And then inhale up with a flat back. And then you can just walk your feet back in and give them a little shake. Stand tall for just a moment in the mountain pose and check in. So these little pauses are really helpful for us to take time to notice the body, to notice the breath, to notice how we're feeling. And then we're going to come back down to lie on our back. So please lie back down on your back. And once you've come down, you can pull your knees into your chest and circle your ankles. Maybe circling the wrists again like we did at the beginning. Again, these joint rotations are very soothing to the central nervous system. And then we did that little twist side to side at the beginning. And what we're going to do here is a similar twist where we're going to hold to each side. So pull your knees up and let your knees touch. And we're going to go over to the right with the knees. So if you have a block or a blanket or pillow, something to support your knees, you may find it really helpful. So just draw the knees over, maybe let them rest there. And what we want is that the opposite shoulder is pretty much on the floor. So if it's way up off of the floor, you can raise your knees up higher so that you keep your shoulder on the floor. So you find the spot that works for you. Pulling your knees closer to your chest a little bit can be helpful. And then notice your shoulders, your upper back. Take a big breath into the left chest. And on your exhale, pull your belly in and just think about hugging your top knee slightly closer to the lower knee. And then take another inhale. And again, exhale, hugging your knees closer together. You should feel the twist deepen as you do that, and don't hurt your back. So do that again, inhale. Doesn't matter if the knees are right even, but just drawing them closer together should make things quite a bit more interesting. Let's do one more breath. And exhale. So when you are ready to inhale to the center with your knees, lift one leg first, and then the other, and then lower your feet down one at a time, and take a moment to just notice what you feel. If you feel a little crooked, you can even up, and then whatever support you were using there, we'll use it on the other side. So one of the reasons we did the twist to the right first, because that stretches the left side, was so that you can just kind of get a sense of how the twist feels, because a lot of us are tighter on the right side. So please draw your knees up to your chest and let the knees touch. And then as you begin your journey over to the left side with your knees, just see what you feel over here on the right shoulder. So if your shoulder is compromised at all, please make sure it's on the floor. You could lower it down more if that feels helpful. Again, you can always raise the knees up higher. And then we'll think about our breath on this side. So inhale into your chest. And on your exhale, draw the top knee closer to the lower knee. Pull your belly in. Again, big breath into the chest. And then any amount, that top knee can just slide a little closer to the lower knee. Belly in. Inhale. Exhale, hugging your knees closer together. One more breath. Exhale here. And then again, when we come to the inhale, we'll lift the top knee first, and then the second one, and roll onto your back. And then please lower your legs one at a time to the floor. And then take a moment to get situated so you feel even. You can move your hips and shoulders. And then we'll repeat the bridge movement that we did at the beginning. So please inhale your arms, just your arms up over your head. Again, nice to do some symmetrical movement after the twists. As you exhale down, pull your belly in. In this position, you can even kind of think about pushing your low back toward the floor. That's helped us to find the work of the transverse abdominis. Inhale your arms up over your head. Exhale, belly in as you lower your hands down. So this time, lift your hips and your arms, hips and arms. And then lower everything together, hips down, hands down. Try to keep your neck straight for this part. So as you lift up, look up with your eyes. So hips up, arms up. Exhale down. Again, you get to stretch the front of the belly after those twists. Let's do that again. What's a comfortable range of movement for you? You don't have to lift up super high. Exhale down. And then for the next one, I'll suggest that you hold. You're fine if you just want to keep going up and down, but if you like, you can inhale your arms up and stay with your hips up. And the first option is to just stay with your hips and your arms lifted. Or you could lower your arms on an exhale and just keep your hips up. Either way, wherever your arms are up over your head or down by your side on your inhale, you can push your hands into the floor. So with your hands down here, you can have them push the palms down, and if they're up over your head, the back of your hands can push into the floor a little bit on your in-breath. Don't hurt your shoulders. So if you're happy to stay a couple more breaths, you can. You may notice where you're feeling the work of the legs and the glutes, maybe some back muscles. And then when you feel ready to come down, please let an exhale bring you down. And then you can draw your knees into your chest and rock again. And you may even like lifting your chest up toward your knees just because it feels good for your back, and you can sway. Maybe move your feet once again. Massage your back. And then for the next few breaths, put your feet on the floor. Again, it may be nice to have the feet a bit wider and the knees touching, and rest your hands on your belly. And if you're comfortable, close your eyes or just find a spot to look at. You're not really, so your gaze is soft. And begin to let go of any effort to try to breathe any particular way, just normal breath. And be aware of your body and where your body is touching the floor. If there's any place you could let go a little bit more, maybe in the jaws or the throat, or maybe your shoulders could just get a little softer. As we shift toward the relaxation pose into Shavasana, where we're going to just let the body be still, you can see what's helpful for you. So you may like just having your knees bent like this. You may like stretching your legs out flat. For many people, this is not that comfortable to have the legs flat, so you could put a pillow under your knees, a folded blanket under your knees, or you could simply keep the knees bent. For many people, that's, again, better. Maybe you put something over your head or something on top because you feel a little chilly. You could keep your hands on the body, or you could have your hands by your sides, palms up, which is a nice open position for the shoulders and the throat, and just it's receptive, it's open. So take a moment to settle. To give yourself permission to rest for these last few minutes. So I recommend 5, even 10 minutes in Shavasana. Or if you can't watch the clock or something, try counting 12 breaths. And as you settle, I'll close with a little prayer, a message. May you be safe. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be at ease. May we all be safe. May we all be happy. May we all be healthy. And may we all be at ease. So please continue to rest for another 5-10 minutes. I look forward to seeing you next time. Namaste.